What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Jirard The Completionist looks like an absolute crazy person, and I have no idea why he keeps posting videos thinking no one will notice anything. And maybe part of me wants to do the same thing. Make myself look as ridiculous as possible to appeal to the hardcore completionist fans that won't leave his side no matter how bad he looks, no matter how guilty he is, no matter how many charity frauds he commits, no matter what he says and where the money goes. They still want to watch his videos because they like what he's doing. And now, since all this stuff broke from Muda, from Carl, from all the information out there, the tax returns, the receipts, the lies, everything that's out there, he just goes back to posting videos. Now on his second one. First one being Super Mario Brothers RPG, revisiting that. And now this one, the top 10 Switch games of 2024. And I'm at this point with this guy where I'm just like, dude, didn't you say you want to get out of content creation? Why do you keep coming back to it? Hit the subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for my full article breaking down this ridiculous looking situation. For this video though, we're going to dive into a little bit of why the completionist can't stop posting videos. And I'm going to start off with this. The first thing that comes to mind is the Philip Mewson situation with the plagiarism, and how when that all went down, I was like, there's no way this guy could ever possibly come back to YouTube. And he tried. And he got laughed off the platform. And then he tried again and got laughed off the platform even harder. And he never came back since then. And right now, I have to liken this situation to that, where you are looked at as the lolcow of the internet in gaming right now, where your entire family is under a lot of scrutiny for questionable actions over the past near decade of accepting donations and not donating them to anywhere, even though you promised them going places. You have a website with lies, with fake quotes, with places that things never went to, and you still keep coming back to YouTube. Why? Now, first off, he said that he wanted to get out of content creation multiple times, and I believe one of those times was in the call with Carl and Muda, where he's like, I just want to get out of this, and this would be a way to do that. But again, someone who's been proven a liar multiple times is going to do what they do best. Continue lying, living in a world of delusion, not being able to face reality, understanding what the prospects they have of their future remaining until the community lets them know, bro, this ain't it. In the wake of the controversy surrounding the Open Hand Foundation, Jirard The Completionist has released a new video. Again, this is the second one. Top 10 Nintendo Switch Games 2024 edition, following his earlier Super Mario RPG video from 4 days ago. These uploads come at a time when the community's reaction remains heavily negative and extremely frustrated, with many feeling that the situation with the Open Hand Foundation still has not been adequately addressed. If anything, they feel like they've been fed lies multiple times over and over again, especially when the truth has come out from Muda and Carl, presenting the information, the facts, the videos, everything that Jirard has said along the way, and then proving it wrong. Then when Jirard threatens a lawsuit, they release the whole call and expose his ass even more. This scenario that Jirard has put himself in is presenting himself with a complex moral and professional dilemma that I don't think he understands the severity of what he's done. And yeah, I get it. Like, YouTube and online social media is public court of opinion. It's not the law. Like, if people feel like you are guilty, or you have wronged them, or you have lied, and you have not adequately addressed it. And I speak from a place of personal, like, investment in this. Like, with the whole Intellivision Amico saga, I feel like I misled my audience. And I felt horrible about it. And it pales in comparison to potential tax fraud, but still, hear me out. When I felt like I misled my audience with that, I lost sleep. I was so upset at myself. I felt sick, like I didn't know what to do. So the best way I felt that I could handle it was to make a series of videos just saying sorry multiple times over and over again, and knowing that I have to wear that for the rest of my life. And while, again, it pales in comparison to something serious, you have to own it. You have to understand that the community wants you to own your faults and and accept blame, accept responsibility. This kind of situation is so severe that, like I've said previously, once you start accepting responsibility for it, that might open yourself up to some serious legal actions, which might be why you find yourself in this circular situation of can't talk about it because I don't want to get in trouble with the law, but if I don't talk about it, then no one's going to like me, and I can't talk about it. It just goes around and around. And people are pissed. The reception of this latest video, similar to a Super Mario RPG upload, has been predominantly negative. The online community, especially, and the Completionist too on Reddit, are very frustrated with this, how he's not taking any accountability. The only thing he did was in his Super Mario RPG video, he said this.
Before we start today's video, I want to recognize that I know that I have lost a lot of your trust at home. And I want to spend as much time as it will take to rebuild and re-earn your trust. It's going to take time, but I'm willing to put in the commitment, and I hope you give me a chance. So with that said, thank you for being here, and thanks for watching. Everyone who knows me knows that Super Mario RPG is
yet another half-assed apology. Do you notice how he doesn't even say, I'm sorry? He says, I've lost your trust, and I want to regain it. He still is refusing to accept responsibility for his lies.
All bits, all donations, all super chats, all YouTube memberships, basically anything that's tied to donating or subscribing in a financial way to us is going to charity. We're not touching any of it. It's all going for a good cause.
So he's not going to address it any further. That's what he tells us. So we're just supposed to take that, chew on it, swallow it, and move on with our lives. I can't watch this guy and take him seriously. Of all the videos for me to say that. Now, I joke, but I do know that this is a very serious topic, and it's something that I'm extremely frustrated as a fan of Jirard that he hasn't adequately addressed this, and by brushing it away and pretending it never happened is not the answer. Clearly, he's not someone who understands how YouTube works, how the drama cycle, the news cycle works, even though, yes, I know this is way beyond what YouTube and drama on YouTube is. It's a very serious tax situation that has some serious implications and ramifications. If found guilty in a court of law, there's a lot that could impact him and his family's life right now. But at this point, he's botched the entire social media thing from the get-go. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. First off, barely apologizing, and that's giving him credit, and then threatening to sue Carl, Jobs, and Muda from Some Ordinary Gamers. And then to just say that one little piece of, I know that there's going to be people that hate me, but I'm just saying this, I'm not going to address it further, and then just move on from it. And I made a video the other day talking about how he went back live on Twitch first, just to get people to re-up their subs a month later before they all expired, and then deleted the stream afterwards because he didn't want people to find out about it. Well, they did.
I want to do a bit of a general disclaimer, because I know that this is going to get clipped and taken around, and, you know, I just want to say a couple of things real quick before we jump in. I have decided to let the Super Beard Brothers take the channel and run with it. It was a tough decision to make, but I felt it was important to work with them and to make them feel like they could, you know, continue on. Are they separating from TOVG? Yeah. So I don't want to get too far into the details, but at this point, and I'm not going to be talking about this going forward, you know, but TOVG as a company has downsized significantly. I've decided to basically close up shop for a majority of the team. And please don't take this as sadness. Don't take this as like I'm farming. This is just, it is what it is, you know? And there's still a team that's with me, but it's much, much, much smaller. Am I leaving Scary Game Squad? I don't know. Oh, thank you, Reza. I appreciate the bits, dude. Yeah, this is a new beginning. It's starting over, and it's, you know, it is what it is. And I'm not I recognize that there is still a lot of trust and a lot of... Oh, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I don't know why my bits thing broke, but thank you. You know, I'm rebuilding. And that's what it is. And if people don't like me and don't want me to be around, that's okay. I'm sure some folks do. So I want to go ahead and lay that to rest. I'm sure a lot of folks are have more questions and want to do stuff, and I at this time I'm not gonna talk about anything going forward, just because of the fact that there's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes that I can't talk about right now. One day I'm sure this will all provide more concrete receipts and clear things up, but as of right now I'm just dropping it where it is, and it is what it is. And you know, I'm sorry.
It's a terrible look all around, and I get it. There are content creators that do a lot of abhorrent things. This is up there. If he is guilty, as everything looks, it's a bad look. And I'm not all for canceling people, but content creators often face complex moral dilemmas, and this is one that takes the cake. He hasn't properly addressed the situation, and to my feelings, he hasn't properly apologized to his audience. And now, watching these videos, it just turns my stomach. I can't take him seriously. He has lost all credibility. He has lost any positive reinforcements or feelings that I had for him because of how he's just ignoring a very serious situation. And yes, you could say, oh, I separate the art from the artist, I just enjoy his videos. I can't do that. And I'm not alone. There's a lot of people on here that are just downvoting his videos to hell, and there's a lot of people that are making a lot of negative comments that are being deleted, which Reddit user Bored Oni pointed out on a post in The Completionist 2, showing two different screenshots how he's deleting comments. And I get it. I've said this before. I've deleted comments in the past as well too, but not to the point of anytime someone says something bad about me, I'm going to delete it. No, I let those go. It's when it starts getting really personal, really aggressive, really implicating a lot of personal life things. I delete those comments because this is my area. I don't want that stuff there. But if you're going to be critical of me and you're going to do it cordially and professionally and nice, sure, I don't mind that. But the fact that he's going through and moderating his comment section, or someone on his team is, just shows you all he cares about. He cares more about how he looks than he does about making sure he's done the right thing, falling right in line with everything he's done up to this point. Allowing a space for viewers to air their frustrations and concerns within the bounds of respect and constructiveness could be a more effective approach. It demonstrates a willingness to not just engage with the audience sentiments genuinely, but could also serve as a step towards rebuilding the trust with them. He hasn't done any of that. If anything, he's done the opposite and completely completed his career. So where does it go from here? Honestly, I'm looking at Jirard the Completionist as the sequel to Philip Mewson, someone who will try to make a comeback and will just be destroyed, consumed by the online social media destruction wave of people that are pissed off at how he's handled this entire situation. And he has no one to blame but himself. And that's the truth. I'm not for canceling people. I want to give people a second chance, but only if they've earned it, if they deserve it, if they've tried. At this point, I've seen none of that. I've seen someone that's tried to move past something just to get back to making money. I've seen someone that's held a dog to get people to donate to him and apologize for how he's made some mistakes, but I need this, and oh, I had to let go of so many mouths to feed, and feel bad for me. Please feel bad for me. It's this narcissistic, horrific mentality that nobody should be encouraging, not even his hardcore fans. People need to be calling his ass out to the point of him saying, I screwed up. I need to take a break. I need to reevaluate everything I've done because this, how I've handled it, is unacceptable to this point. Until he gets to that point, though, he's just going to keep posting these videos and falling further and further from grace. And he has no one, like I said, to blame but himself. I'm going to leave it there. Check out smashjt.com for my full article discussing this entire catastrophe situation. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, You stay smashing.
Them find
What a story, bitch.
find new jobs, and I'm working with. Thank you for the bits, by the way. So yeah, the company still exists. It's just like a few people.
Smash, J,